Good morning. You probably can't see me because it's super dark outside, but I am just about to go into work. I'm going to bring you guys along with me because I know it is super busy today. And when I mean super, like, it's gonna be wild, but I'm mentally prepared for it. So we're gonna get through this day. It's our Friday and let's go. I wanted to show you guys the small cast that is on this doll, and I just realized her name is Anna. Isn't that a scary movie doll? We're going to be busy, but we're going to stay hydrated. Alright, so here I am just making sure I have everything ready, wiping down my mayo stand, making sure I have enough fiberglass and stockinette to use throughout the day, and then I'm also going to be going over the whole schedule to see what will be coming in. Here I'm nodding my head because I'm going over some patients with some providers, and we're just going over what type of casts or braces we're going to put them in. One of the easiest casts to apply and remove is this short arm cast. This patient did want to keep their cast, so I decided to take the padding out and wrap it up with some Cold-Band or tape.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
I did also then remove this short leg cast, which this leg was huge. This patient's leg is honestly bigger than my hand. Look at that. And honestly, this patient has been walking on this cast. You can totally tell by the heel. You know, one of the things I do not like is when they lie to you and try to say that they didn't, but we obviously have evidence. So look at that. It's super stinky, and I'm super glad this patient did not keep it because, as you guys know, some of our patients, even if their cast is super dirty, they still want to keep their cast, but this one was going in the trash. Okay, so I'm looking for an extra large boot for this patient that I just removed the cast on. I have to find a big boot. Large or extra large. I'm going to take both because I really don't know. Here I also removed this long leg cast, very huge leg, and I honestly also feel like this patient was resting their heel on a hard surface because the fiberglass was wearing off under the heel. So also very dirty on the foot. I love how thin this cast is. I don't like long leg casts that are very thick because they're very hard to remove, but this one was honestly perfect. I remember this patient when I casted her, she was not happy at all, and honestly, it is very hard to cast difficult patients when they are moving around like crazy, but now that she came back, she let me take her cast off easily and thanked me because I was very kind to her, very patient with her with all this process, and of course she decided to keep this cast, so we're going to take all the cotton out, all the web roll and stockinette, and give it to her.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm also tired because a lot of crap happened during work that just bummed me out today. And thank goodness, thank God we got through it. And I'm heading home. I can still see some light outside. It's not fully dark. And that was because I actually decided to leave work early because we were done on time, which is absolute wild, but my providers always like to run on time, and I was able to leave early because there was no need for me anymore, but it was crazy. It was wild. All right, so I'm getting ready to go to the gym. This is like the next day. I couldn't end the video yesterday because I just had nothing good to end it with. It was honestly a rough day. The patients were really challenging, and I just wanted to share with you guys one patient that stuck to me, that this has never happened in all these years I've been working here, working with like children. This is a 12-year-old male, and he's with his mom. I was told to give him some boot and some crutches. I'm always very good about teaching the boot instructions and how to use the crutches. So I go in the room and I ask him, I say, so what size are you? Okay, they tell me the shoe size. I go grab my boot, grab a small. I'm gonna take my shoe off so I can show you guys. As I'm taking the boot apart, you know, unstrapping the straps and everything, I said, all right, bud, slide your foot in. Slides it in like he's super upset. Okay, cool, whatever. You have a right to be upset. All my patients, I always treat them the same because I know they are upset. If someone told me, oh, you have a foot injury and you can't do what you love for a couple of months or a couple of weeks, I would be upset. So whatever, I shook that off, went over all the boot instructions and so on. As I moved on, I said, all right, now it's time for you to stand up so I can fit the crutches correctly, make sure it doesn't rub on your armpits, and like the wrist and the bend on your elbow is okay and it's not too straight, and you know, so on, whatever. And as I tell him, all right, please stand up, he says, no. I said, all right, cool. I said, please, I said, but I'm just trying to make sure that they fit correctly. No. Mom's sitting there, says, all right, bud, come on, she wants you to stand up. You please don't act this way. No. I've never had anyone say no to me. So as mom says, but come on, she just told you to stand up. I don't care, was his response. At that point, I was like, oh, wow. Like, mom, you're just going to let him get away with this? Like, for me, I know every child is raised differently. When I go to a clinic visit and someone asks me to stand up because they want to do some type of measurement or some type of procedure, I'm going to listen to them because I went there to receive health care or to receive my care, whatever. And this mom just let him get away with it. I was like, okay, well, if mom's allowing this, I'm just gonna go over instructions with mom about the crutches and have her fit him at home if that's what he wants, because he kept on declining it. As I'm about to leave the room and I'm about this close to close the door, I hear him unstrapping the boot and took it off and threw it the other side of the room against the wall. Shook. This is not even a teenager. It's just a 12-year-old boy that is being allowed to do these things in front of his parents. I don't understand. Like, for me, I just feel like if it was my child, I have a 12-year-old son, and if he acted that way in front of me or just to another person that is just wanting to teach him about something for his own good, if my son ever did that, I think I would not allow it. Like, absolutely not. So just that type of behavior I don't think is acceptable. At the end of the day, I'm always understanding and I always say, okay, like, he's going through a rough time, but treating someone like that is not acceptable. Personally, did not get offended or I did not care, but if it was somebody else, like new, starting, probably would have just completely screwed up their day. But to me, I was like, just wow, like, I was shook. Even as I think about it right now, I'm still kind of shook. Like, how do you let a 12-year-old get away with that? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that was one of my patients yesterday, and to be honest, it was just very shocking that these type of behaviors are allowed. I think there is a certain time when they are allowed. I guess if you're allowing them at home, fine, but when you're going to a clinic visit and someone's trying to help you, I don't think it's appropriate. Just wanted to share with you guys that. Let me know what your thoughts are on this behavior. I don't think I would allow it. I think for me, there's a certain time, and if you want to act that way, go ahead and do it at home, but when you're somewhere out and about, I don't think it's appropriate. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much again for watching this video, and we'll see you in my next video.